Well, hi there. I've just returned from holiday and I've come back with a lot of vacuum cleaners. So in this video, we're going to have a look at what I've hauled back from my trips. Some of them are interesting, some of them not so, but yeah, you guys will, I'm certain, make up your own minds. So let's check them out. I'm doing these in no particular order. They're just as they come. They're sort of scattered around the table. So we'll have a look at each one and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with them, what my plans are for them. Some are to keep, some are to sell. Actually, I think most of them are to keep, to be honest with you. One of them I'm not entirely sure what I'll do with. But yeah, anyway, let's have a look at the first one. Here we go. Here's machine number one. It is this boxed Dirt Devil Handy 150. It's been a while since I've seen one of these. I'm pretty sure I've got the Handy Zip version of this, but this one is actually an earlier machine. There he is. Look at him there. Oh, bless him. These were such popular little cleaners. They really were popular back in the 90s. My God, they used to sell. They sold and they sold and they sold. People absolutely loved them because they are really good for chairs and stairs. Not much else. To be honest with you, they weren't that much cop with the hose on them. Not a great deal of suction power, but they certainly did clean in this sort of mode. I did actually use this one to clean my car. I'll just throw up a picture for you and you can see it. So that's my little Fiesta being cleaned with this very machine. As you can see, it's the non-zip version. So it doesn't have a paper bag, it's just a cloth bag. And I always found with these that if you knocked the bag when they were running, you get a great poof of dust come out. The Handy Zip version that took the paper bags was a lot better, filtration-wise. I think the earlier machines were better with airflow because they didn't have, they didn't have the paper that blocked up. So there's the machine, and we've got a few bits of paperwork in here as well. In fact, I think we've got all the paperwork, to be honest. And we even have the tool to put the belt on. That's the belt tool there, which is quite cool. So what we got, Dirt Devil, register your product. I wonder if I could try and register it now and try and get the warranty. There's the little piece of plastic that went on the flex. As I say, we've got the belt fitter tool. This is a wonderful little pamphlet here because it shows the Dirt Devil range at the time. And I think this is approximately 1993. So we've got the Handy, the Sweeper, the Flexi, the Broomy, and the Upright. Those upright machines, God, they are so rare now. So rare. A little piece of plastic to put your literature in. A Dirt Devil parts. Is that quick parts mailer? Oh, yeah, that's how you could mail off for your parts, like your belts and such like. And this one is revision D, October 92, would you believe? It's 30 years ago. That's amazing. 30 years. And actually this pamphlet, which I showed you a second ago, has a date of August 93. So I would estimate this machine is from around approximately 1993. And we even have the original instruction manual as well. So that's pretty cool. Nice to have. I'm probably going to keep this one. That can go in the collection because it's boxed, it's got everything with it. So yeah, I think that's definitely a keeper. Got to try and get everything back in the box now. These flexes were a pain in the bum. Yeah, so there we go. Nice little 1993 Dirt Devil Handy 150. So yeah, that's number one. Now, machine number two. Machine number two is this Henry. It is an HVR 200A from 2011. And yeah, definitely got the bigger motor because it's 8.75 kilos. Good lord. And it is quite heavy actually. This has got the big style motor, the Lamb style motor in him. And it is, if I turn him around, the Eco machine. You see that momentary switch there, if I can get my finger on it, which is sticky. So this should just like momentarily flick on and then flick off for high power mode. So these particular machines, they started off in low power mode. You flick that switch and you get the full whack. And what always happened with these is the electronics failed. those Electrolux were absolutely terrible, and they were probably the worst thing that Numatic ever put in Henry, because they just failed for a pastime. They were so unreliable. So this Henry will be refurbished and he will be sold on probably Facebook Marketplace, because that seems to be the easiest place to flog stuff these days. And I'm really going to have a think about these electronics. I'll bridge them out, so it'll just be on and off. I need to think about what I can do with this switch here. Back in the day when I did these all the time, I used to get a little blanking plate, take this momentary switch out, put the blanking plate in, so it just kind of looked like it was never there, really. And that worked really well. But I don't think I've got any of those blanking plates left, which is a pain in the bum. So that's our Henry, that's machine number 2. So on to the third. And machine number 3 is this wonderful 1993-ish, maybe 92? Yeah, I'm going to guess for 1992. Goblin laser 2500 plus. Now this is the luxury laser, the luxury one, because it's got the built-in tools. So you flick this lever here to go to go between tools and floor. Sprung. Oh, I could do that all day. Yeah, so as you can see, the tools are actually built into the cleaner. On some lasers, they were stored on the back, and you had to take the hose off and stick it in the port on the front, which is where this mechanism covers it. I've wanted one of these for a long time, this particular model, because it's a childhood vac, you see. I remember back in 92, which is I think it's my 16th birthday? How old am I? 14th birthday. My mother actually bought one of these brand new, poor cow. And I remember waking up on my 14th birthday and my mother pushing the Goblin laser box into my bedroom, saying, it's arrived, the new Hoover's arrived, because she ordered it around the time of my birthday, I think from her catalogue, so she could pay it off at like £2 a week or something silly for the next 40 years. And yeah, so on the morning of my 14th birthday, I got to unbox a Goblin laser, which is incredibly sad, but I enjoyed it. I had a great time. And I have that enduring memory, that was 30 years ago now, of Mum bringing that box into my bedroom so I could open it on my birthday, which is, yeah, pretty awesome. So this machine came from the wonderful and the gorgeous and the incredible Mr. Sam Watson, who is on the Becco 1987 channel. So if you don't know Sam, please go and check him out, because he's a wonderful guy and he does absolutely fantastic vacuum cleaner videos. So I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. So that's our laser. This will go into the collection. And I think I've got a space for it right there. Let's do it now. Come on, let's do it now. It can go here next to its Goblin compadres. There he is, lovely. Now, what I'm going to do is, in the future, I've got a lot of lasers now, so I'll do a video that's all about lasers, and I'll show you all of the Goblin lasers that I currently own. And now I'm saying laser a lot, and it sounds weird. So, let's stop talking about lasers and go on to machine number 4. And number 4 is, oh, so glad to have this, the Electrolux Power System 1500, model number Z1720. Now, this is a machine, again, that I've wanted for a long, long time. So I now have 4 Power System machines, and I have the original 3. I can see the other 2 over there, the 1710 and I think the 1740. So this was the mid-range 1720. This was the one that came with the Cyclone cassette, which is, I think it's in the garage currently, so I haven't got it to show you. This machine has had hardly any use. It is in unbelievably nice shape. It really is great. A lovely colour. This British Racing Green is a fantastic colour. And this particular one is from the 37th week of 1997. Now, I bought one of these brand spanking new in May of 97. And I can remember that date because it was when Labour won the general election in May of '97, and we were all excited because we thought it was a whole new world and Tony Blair would deliver us from evil. All that, all that nonsense turned out to be not quite so true. But I remember that month. I remember May '97. Labour won the election, and I got my Electrolux power system Z1720. Brand spanking new. I remember opening the box. It was a huge box, actually. Really, really big. The machine itself is actually quite large in real life. And it also, as I say, came with the Cyclone cassette unit, and that had to be stuffed in there as well. So yeah, it was a massive box. I love that cleaner. Now, don't get me wrong, they're bloody awful. They are awful. I'm not sure this one, yeah, see this one's got a problem with releasing its floating head. It's very stiff. That should flop down, but it doesn't. However, it's lovely to have. I'm really glad I've got it because, oh, look at the state of that brush roll, honestly. Nasty. Because it's a special machine to me, and it completes the original trio. And I think I've only got one other power system style machine to find, and I've got the 5. I'm pretty sure there were 5 of them in total. 3 of them were branded power system, 2 of them were branded SmartVac, and I've just got one other SmartVac machine to find. And whether or not I can find that, God knows. Probably not. There ain't many of these left now. Certainly not in this kind of shape. So there we go. That is that machine number 4? Yeah, machine number 4. I'm losing track. So let's get this one out of the way and we'll have a look at the next one. Machine number 5, another Electrolux product. This is a Zanussi airspeed light pet. All right, pet. Yeah. All right, darling. Yeah, lovely. This one, yeah, what am I going to do with this? I don't know. I don't really know. I think, yeah, I think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it for a while anyway, and I'm going to use it as my main vacuum cleaner for a while until it annoys me. Now, whilst it's not the most amazing and interesting and fantastic machine in the world, it does actually work really well. It's got a fantastic brush roll on it. That brush roll really is good. That really works incredibly well. And it's got this funny sort of flap here, which they say is the suction seal technology. It's a flap. Okay, but by God, it doesn't need it. It's only a 1,000-watt motor, but it is so powerful. It genuinely, really powerful cleaner that clamps itself down on the carpet, and you have to use the height control knob to adjust it because you can't use it otherwise. It holds itself down so firmly that you can't push it back and forth. And while some of these cleaners that say light, oh, it's a lightweight machine, and you're like, oh my God, it's so heavy. This is just, I just wave it around like it's nothing. It is so incredibly light. I'm really, really surprised. The ratchet has sort of worn away. It's not the best design, actually. It kind of puts me in mind of the, oh, what was I thinking of? There was another Electrolux machine, possibly the Contour, where it didn't have like a ratchet release pedal. Yeah, that's it. Mark 1 Contours and Glider didn't have a ratchet release pedal, and it was just basically done on the chassis. There was a couple of knobs that stuck up that made the machine stand in upright mode, and over time they would just wear out. This is doing exactly the same thing. You can't like pull it back to raise the front if you want to wheel it around. You've got to carry it. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. I think it's got a twin cyclone on it, which is good because the dual stage cyclones are much better than the single stage. However, it does let quite a lot of dust through into its pre-motor filter, and I haven't actually yet found an exhaust filter. There probably isn't one actually, because it's a budget machine, certainly. I don't think there's a post motor filter on it. And I do rather like this this nonsense on the side. You've got a huge lever here to change the machine between floors and tools. And I was in bed last night thinking about it, because that's what I do in bed, because I don't have any other life. And I was thinking, oh, actually, do you know what? You could probably use this as like a suction regulator, maybe. So if it's on floors and it's stuck down, you could turn this towards the tools and maybe open an air gap in there, which would make it slightly easier to use, because the end of the hose is sort of hanging free. So that would allow air to escape from the hose, and yeah, you might be able to use it a bit easier. But I haven't tried that out yet, but I most certainly will. And there we go. That is the Zanussi airspeed light. Going to keep this one for a while, and I shall report back to you on how I'm doing with it. But for now, let's move on to machine number 6. And here is machine number 6. Now. Oh, this is a bit of me, this one. Oh yeah, this is a definite keeper. Oh, to expand my Vortex collection. This is a Hoover Hurricane 1600. What's the model number? Hang on, let's have a quick look. Oh god, they're quite top heavy. Oh jeez. So this is an H3161, and it is from the 35th week of 2001. So again, quite old. Oh, the belt's gone. I did try it out the other day. By God, it is so powerful. It is unbelievably powerful. The suction and the airflow on this cleaner are just amazing. And it was so good that it clamped itself down and it broke one of the belts. And I've just realised the brush roll is actually not just a brush roll, it's an agitator as well. It's got the nodules on it for beating the carpet, which definitely marks it out as an earlier machine. Now this particular cleaner is quite interesting because whilst it looks like a Vortex, it does not actually have the Vortex system in it. This is from the time where Dyson sued Hoover over their triple Vortex. Triple Vortex nonsense. And Hoover were told, you cannot sell the Vortex anymore. You've got to take it off sale. It was court ordered. You cannot sell it anymore. So Hoover, being Hoover, went, oh, all right then, we'll take the Vortex name off it. So they took they took the Vortex name off the Vortex, gave it a different colour, and started selling that. So somebody said, hang on a minute, you're still selling the same machine. Well, we're not selling the Vortex. No, but you're still selling the technology that you've stolen from Dyson. Oh, all right then, we'll change it. So they changed it, and they went to this single cyclone system. The bin looks the same, but if you look up here and you remove it from its bum, twist it and pull, you will notice that there is a pleated HEPA filter. So it's a single cyclone system, HEPA pre-motor filter. Now these just bunged up. They blocked, oh my God, in like 3 seconds they blocked up. You pretty much lost all of your suction power, all of your airflow. It was all gone. But that's how they got around it. Oh God, oh Hoover, how I love thee. So let's pop that back up in there, lock that in place, take the bin, put it back around and seal back in. There we go. The reason I'm particularly excited about having this Hurricane is because I've got the Bigfoot version, and I'm not sure if I've ever shown that to you. I don't know if I've ever done a video on that machine. I might have done. I've done quite a few videos now, and it's hard to remember what I've done. So I think, again, in a future episode, I'll get this machine repaired, put a new belt on it, give it a good clean and a service, and then we'll have a video where we do a comparison of the normal Hurricane with the Bigfoot version. Now, this machine is quite rare. The Bigfoot is incredibly rare. I've only ever seen one. I've only ever seen one Hurricane Bigfoot. So this is a definite keeper. This is going to go into the Hoover room for absolute sure with its buddies. And yeah, I'm really glad to have this one. Again, this was from the lovely Sam. So yeah, brilliant. brilliant. So that is machine number 6. And I think that's all I've got to show you at this current time. There are 2 other machines, but they're very big and bulky. They're in the garage. It's not a particularly nice day, so they're going to stay in there. And we'll do another video on those. But for now, that's it. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please let me know what you think of this mini haul of vacuum cleaners in the comments below. Don't forget to do the usual as well, the liking and the subscribing, because it always helps me out, and I love hearing from you guys. I really do. Some of you are absolutely mental, but yeah, it's always fun reading the comments. So until next time, you guys take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.